Niccolò di Bernardo de Machiavelli was born in Florence on the 3rd of May 1469, into a family of modest standing. His surname carried the echo of old nobility, but by the time of his birth, the family's fortunes had long since waned. The Machiavelli were respected, but not powerful, and definitely not rich. His father Bernardo was a lawyer, though not a particularly notable one. He had inherited debts he could never quite shake off, a situation that prohibited him and any of his children from not only practicing law, but also from holding any kind of public office. Yet Bernardo possessed something far more enduring than wealth: a love of literature. He built up a small library of rare classical and humanist texts coming in from Constantinople, carefully cataloguing them. Though money was scarce, books were abundant in the Machiavelli household. Niccolò and his siblings thus grew up in a home where the writings of Cicero, Ovid, and Livy were read as bedtime stories, and by all accounts, this love of literature fostered a lifelong bond of affection between father and son. His mother, Bartolomea, offered a different example. Pious and devout, she instilled in her children a grounding in faith and in the rituals of the church. Between his father's classical leanings and his mother's religiosity, the young Machiavelli absorbed two competing currents of Florentine culture: a reverence for history and a submissive religiosity, growing up at a time of rare peace and prosperity. The third of 4 children, the family's precarious finances meant that each had to make their own way with limited prospects. Niccolò's lesser options meant that he had to settle for a liberal arts degree at the Studio Fiorentino, which afforded fewer opportunities for top jobs or public acclaim. Despite this handicap, his father had taught him Latin and Greek, and with Bernardo's many literary contacts, he secured an internship for his son under the wing of some powerful figures in the Medici court, observing the machinery of government firsthand and developing his knowledge of law and politics far more practically